Being at Standing Rock really helped me heal because it gave me a conduit to focus the energy that I had built up. Since I had left the service, there was a lot of me that still wanted to serve, that felt like I needed to serve. Helping the community there at Standing Rock really helped us all heal because we felt like we were truly giving back to the people we signed up to protect. Every single day I felt like I probably cried, healthy tears of healing that so many VA doctors had tried to pull out of me years before through therapy. Being there and just using my military skill set for a good thing, using it for once for the good fight, using my skills in service of others, that's true medicine for me.
Thank you, Brandee. So I am Mark, and I was that crazy guy from Texas who called her at 6 a.m. in the morning. My initial role when we got started was move the main contingent of vets to Standing Rock. And in doing that, I came in contact with Joe, Brandee, and Matt. My motivation behind going, first of all, was I am a father and I am a veteran. And sitting on my couch the past 2 years or so watching the wrong people win, whether it's through the filter of CNN or Facebook, drove me wild. I saw what's going on in Standing Rock and other places across our country, and I wondered, where do we go from here? And then I looked at my daughter and I wondered, where does this world go from here? What do we leave them? I knew as soon as I saw that there was veterans heading to Standing Rock that I had to go. There was no question. I had to get there. I had to help in any way I possibly could. And that's what happened. So we got a team together. We flew to Standing Rock. We met right when we landed in the airport, real hurry. Then we got to camp, and literally from the moment we were on camp, we were helping somebody, serving in one way or another. The message that I really got on camp, through everything we did, I could sit here all day and we could talk about how we chopped firewood or helped deliver food or some of the more intense things we did. But it was that we need to be here to serve as veterans. That's what we signed the oath to do, and there's a better way to do it moving forward, and we can do it by serving our community. While we were at Standing Rock, some of the things we did were just humanitarian stuff. We helped deliver food, helped deliver firewood, helped just general life on camp function. It wasn't just a protest thing. So when a lot of people say, why did veterans go to protest? That's not what we were doing. Some people protested. It was service to your community. It was service to their community. But from a veteran perspective, the first time I stepped on the bridge, I went and I had my body armor on, and they could tell I was a veteran. I had my helmet on. It was pretty obvious that I had been to combat before and the way I presented myself. And I wanted to be a mirror for them. I wanted to stand there and show them that there is a better way to serve your community. There's a better way forward for the world, for everybody. You can put down your weapons. You can come to the other side and really serve those who you signed up to serve, whether you're military, whether you're law enforcement, you took an oath to protect and serve. This is the way you can do it. It was emotional because standing there, looking across the bridge with the barricades, the dark sky, the combat vehicles, the weapons, they were a mirror for me because I was in the Army for 10 years. I was an airborne infantryman. I got out as a Sergeant First Class. So standing there, I saw myself on the other side of that bridge. And it really put into perspective the journey I had made to get to the point I was. And that was what led to Veterans Respond. I mean, many conversations at 3 o'clock in the morning, because everything we did, we couldn't talk about anything other than work until probably 3 or 4 in the morning. Then we get 2 hours of sleep and we were back at it again. So we had these late night, early morning conversations about how do we carry this forward? How do we help veterans respond to these camps, whether it's a camp in Standing Rock, whether it's wherever, how can we help? And the one thing we came up with is help facilitate vets move from one place to another, and that's what we're trying to do. I'm going to just go ahead and go to the Warriors Call and what it means to me. It's pretty emotional. I'm trying to hold it back. I've been thinking about this all day. I want everybody to understand that the Warriors Call, it's not just for veterans. We're all warriors. At Standing Rock, there were many people there long before any veteran came. They're all warriors. We don't own a trademark on doing good. Nobody does. The call of the warrior could be what motivated you to get out of your bed, out of your warm, comfortable home today and come here. It's a desire to stand up and do good, to stand against what's going on in this country and to say we're not going to let it happen. Moving forward, we as veterans plan to deploy and help the communities push their message out. And that is what this is all about, is really awareness, spreading awareness. Come here, learn what we did, learn what happened, and spread it to your community, and let's really fight and make a change in this world. Thank you.
This weekend could be decisive at Standing Rock. Citing cold weather, the governor of North Dakota has called for an emergency evacuation of the main camp. Protesters there think the Army may try to remove them by force on Monday, so they're digging in and sending for reinforcements. Jay Kang went to meet the organizers.
At a recreation center a short distance away from the Dakota Access Pipeline, John Bigelow helps run the Oceti-Sakowin camp's media team. He and a group of volunteers gather any useful information on news and social media and help get the word out to the camp and supporters around the world.
In his press release, the governor seemed to be concerned about a dwindling supply of food or lack of resources, or maybe even an inability for the camp to survive what will be a pretty harsh stretch of weather here. Do the people inside the camp share those concerns?
Not at all. I appreciate the governor's concern for our safety. I wish he would have been concerned about our safety when he was spraying us with water cannons in 23-degree weather.
In late November, the Morton County Sheriff's Department fired a water cannon at a group of demonstrators. Several protectors, the term the Sioux used for the people who physically blocked the construction of the pipeline, were seriously injured. In response, Bigelow and other leaders have dug in their heels and called in for reinforcements. Organizers have estimated that 2,000 veterans could be arriving this weekend.
When the veterans walk up on the bridge and stand in front of the National Guard soldiers, in the past they have refused to carry weapons against American veterans.
Back at camp, I met Mark Sanderson, a former Army sergeant who served in Iraq. Mark and a handful of veterans came early to prepare for the mass arrival this weekend.
Right on, brother. The police are trying to say that it's not a peaceful protest just because we're in body armor. This doesn't look aggressive at all. There's no magazine pouches. There's nothing that can be construed as anything that would hold a weapon. Our goal is to stand there and, if need be, take the rounds for the First Nations people so they can do their thing the way that they need to without getting messed with.
The veterans group is led by a former Marine and Wesley Clark Jr., a veteran and the son of a retired four-star general. They plan on acting as human shields against what they call sustained assault by agents working for private interests under the color of law.
What do you see the role of the veterans here at Standing Rock?
It's hard, because we can't just show up and take over. That's not what we're here for. The main thing is we're here to assist in any way possible.
For veterans like Mark, the battle over the Dakota Pipeline is more than just an environmental or humanitarian issue. It's something that can bring him a sense of redemption for fighting in what he thought was an unjust war.
My prior deployment, I really feel like most troops were utilized the exact same reason that these troops are being utilized here, to protect American interests, whether it be fossil fuel, natural gas, pipeline. It's all the same, and it's the wrong way forward.
So there are 2,000 veterans who are supposed to come here this weekend. Do you think that a lot of them feel the same way that you do about this being a chance for some sort of redemption?
It hurts us to think that we used to be on the other side of this at one point in time, and we're just here to try to make amends and pay back in the best way we can. Use the skills that the government trained us to do to actually stand up for the people for once and not for their interests.